My best friend Jenny is a marvel to me. Cool, funny, insanely talented beauty alchemist with nearly 30 years of experience transforming faces. From fellow moms to A-list celebrities you know and love. Her passion for healing has quite literally changed my life and continues to teach me.
My best friend Kirsten is the epitome of a cool chick. Her fashion sense is as iconic and sexy as the brand consultancy she founded. Together we laugh, learn, and navigate life, motherhood, and business together.
So pour a glass of rosé or grab a matcha and join us as we talk about all the things that bring a higher vibration to life and to friendship. Lots to talk about. Should we talk about the prefrontal cortex loss? Is that the appropriate place to start?
It may be.
All right, you want to give a little technical?
Yeah.
background?
So, we've been discussing with our children, not with,
about children.
about our children, and I was discussing this with
Oh, great.
Frankie.
Yeah. So here's what's happening.
Yeah. Here's why you're making bad choices. Your brain's not developed. Your prefrontal cortex is not developed.
That must feel great to hear.
But, it's kind of a relief.
Can you tell me why I'm making bad choices?
I don't know.
Just kidding.
Are
Okay.
you? I don't think you're making
No,
bad
I'm making
choices.
good choices.
Yeah, you've always made good choices.
Yeah, I mean, not always.
And your 14-year-old self made good choices. Working at the Gap and folding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the thing. Yeah, fair enough.
Mhm.
Yeah, didn't always make good choices.
Yeah.
But, overall. Okay, so back to telling our children why they're not making good choices.
Yeah. Yes.
Which is
so
the teen, tween, like, this is real.
we're in it for
So
real.
15-year-old and 14-year-old as of tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think that, in all fairness, like our kids are dealing and having to navigate in such a way that we never had to,
For sure.
right? Like because of this mass distraction that they have with their phone in particular, and just navigating, like, let's just say Snapchat, like it's like a map of all your friends. Like imagine that in high school, right? Like it was bad enough, like trying to make good choices with, drinking and smoking and trying drugs
Right,
and
boys and yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now, I just think that their social interaction with one another is so impaired because of the phone, right? That constant dopamine hit. So they're not going to a party and be like, how was your day? What'd you do today? Did you have soccer practice? Like, I don't know. That's what I was talking about. Or like, talking about boys. But it's a whole other beast that, I tell my daughter, I'm not even going to pretend that I understand. I can conceptualize, but what you're dealing with versus what I was dealing with, they're very vast in comparison. And it was really tough for me being a teen. I was not, I was a very rebellious teenager. So you're adding all of those components to these kids, and it's scary.
Yeah, it's like somebody was like, hey, how can we make being in middle school, in high school, like more anxiety provoking?
Yeah.
Let's create a device that tracks people, that says if they're getting enough likes, that they're creating, like it creates all of this. It's something that they're constantly can go and refer to. If they're uncomfortable, they can go and disassociate with this. Like it's creating all of these things that it's like, no, not that thing.
Yeah. I think that's why these kids are experimenting with drugs and alcohol much earlier, certainly much earlier than I did, because they don't have that social, like they're constantly looking at their phone for that constant feed, and they're not comfortable with sitting with the
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I mean,
so there's a vape in their hand or there's a drink in their hand. There's got to be something stimulating for them.
Yeah.
And so I think the only thing that we can do is just bring awareness to this is what's happening for you.
Yeah.
Do your best to make better choices.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So my son's just coming out of a 2-week grounding.
Yeah.
From missing curfew and then not answering the phone when I called him after he missed curfew.
Yeah. Well, his mistake was picking up and then hanging up.
Not great.
Yeah. Another
great.
thing,
Not
I'm
a good
going to
move.
ground you just for being stupid, right?
I mean, that list is...
Yeah. It's starting to get pretty long.
All right. So that is the prefrontal cortex
Yes.
that is happening in the teendom.
Yeah.
Or not happening, I guess.
It's not
maybe
happening.
the better way.
Yeah. It's not happening. So Why are we here today?
I've got a whole agenda in front of me.
Okay.
Very clear. We are talking about skin innovation.
Sounds really boring.
It does sound
boring.
boring.
But it's really about that I found a product that, in the skincare world, I'm just going to call it what it is.
Great. That's what we're here for.
The fact is that, new skincare lines that are coming out, it's just more of the same. There's nothing innovative, right?
There's no new, there's very rare times that there actually is something new to do. Otherwise, it's just talking about the same shit in a different way.
Yeah.
Right.
Or it's the same shit in the bottle, just a different brand, right? A different spin, a different marketing.
Yeah.
All the things.
But we found something that actually
to me is
innovative.
Exciting, and I've been loving, and I want to share it with everybody. And yeah, we're just going to talk about that.
This is something that obviously you're into it, so I've started trying it.
Yeah.
But it's something that is like the rarity that you've found that there is something that is innovative, truly that is a different ingredients. That's like,
we'll talk about what I think. It's more science backed, what truly is innovation. When we hear the word innovation in skincare, most people imagine peptides, exosomes, people in lab coats.
Yep, for sure.
And the complex, basically biotechnology. There's all these really phenomenal new biotech companies out there, this being one of them. But let's weigh and see if they're worth the splurge, or if some of them aren't crazy in price, but if they're worth trying. But the truth is, nature already gave us extraordinary ingredients. We've got minerals, botanicals, antioxidants, and the amazing oils that are in beauty grass that heal and protect the skin, flavonoids and the whole thing. But what modern science is doing right now, and especially with Adipeau, the brand that we're going to talk about today, is they're kind of taking nature. When I think of innovation, I think of the way in which these ingredients are being delivered into the skin.
Okay.
And that's innovation, because we've got all of these ingredients. I don't think that you're going to come up with some magical new innovative ingredient. It's really about how it's going to be delivered into the skin and what effects it's going to have on the skin to really make a difference. So, what modern science is doing now isn't really trying to replace nature. It's really just trying to speak her language more fluently, So innovation means...
Wait a minute. Trying to speak her language more fluently.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, is to marry these two, to bridge those two things.
Love that.
Yeah. So innovation means basically translating the wisdom of nature. So we've already got all these beautiful plants, botanicals, all of these things. It's really about having them into forms so it can form the skin, that it can actually, your body can recognize and absorb and really utilize the botanicals, utilize the oils, utilize the flavonoids, utilize exosomes, utilize growth factors, because you can have a really potent, amazing ingredient, but is it stable? Is it going to degrade? Where is it going? Is it just sitting on the skin? A lot of these ingredients, the molecule's too fat to really be doing what it needs to do into the skin. So what I found was, I'm going to try this product, and is it going to really do what it says that it's doing? And I have found that this is fucking a game changer. First, it's 2 parts, but
this is an insider tool.
For sure. We'll talk about who should be using this. For a menopausal...
Are we going there?
Oh my God, said it.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm at.
Rest in peace, Perry.
Yeah. So either Perry or Meno.
Okay. I'm here for either.
Pick your flavor. Yeah, because it's just so erratic.
Clearly.
Yeah. Okay, so where was I? So it's where natural intelligence meets molecular precision, basically. Ooh. So we've got all these phenomenal ingredients. How can the body harmonize and utilize them? And we're just going to talk about some amazing breakthroughs and in some types of delivery systems and things that I get excited about.
Great.
Because
make my skin look better. I'm excited too.
That's where the most exciting breakthroughs are happening in the skincare industry, is technologies like liposomal delivery, exosomes, adipose regeneration, dermal electroportation, which that device that have I done that?
What?
Yeah.
So you haven't done on me?
I don't think I've done your face. So anyways, so it's I have this 7 channel,
yes.
microcurrent that's
Yes.
like electroportation. So these things, like, they allow the actives to truly communicate with the skin, not just like sitting on top of it.
So, all right, can we go into that for a second?
Yeah.
Because basically, like, you can have great ingredients and it can be all the things, but it doesn't always absorb and or take in. That's why peptides are sublingual. Like, there's just different ways. Subcutaneous.
Sublingual is under your tongue.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I got it. I
It's
really
fine.
thought I got
It's
it.
fine.
So it doesn't, like, it's about really taking these amazing ingredients and figuring out the best way that your body can actually take it in.
Utilize them.
Because I would be like, oh, I can put this on my skin and assume it's going to work.
Right.
But it doesn't necessarily.
Not necessarily. That's why I think we talk about peptides, subcutaneous peptides, being really the revolutionary fountain of youth as far as skincare, because it's bioavailable. You know, you're injecting that into the body. It becomes bioavailable. What peptides do is they're like communicators. They tell your cellular matrix, they tell your cellular process how to work more efficiently, how to make your organs work more. You know, they're like little signals, like, okay, produce more collagen, produce more elastin, strengthen the skin. You know, that's what they're doing. Versus topically, it's like hit or miss. Like, yes, we need good skincare products, but like they can only do so much. And as I'm aging, I see some of the issues that I'm having. Like, there can only be so much topically that I'm going to throw at that and be like, okay, wow, this is happening. You know, we've got crepey skin, fine lines and wrinkles. You know, I think as we age, we lose volume. And there's so many clients are running to like the med spa clinics to get that fixed through lasers and Morpheus 8, like radio frequency, all of these things. It's
painful as fuck.
Yeah, but what's interesting is those treatments really compromise our fat pads. So as we age, right, like a youthful face, we've talked about this, is like an oval face. And as we age, everything kind of gets more heavy. Everything kind of melts, if you will. You know, and we get more jowly, we lose volume around the temples, we lose volume around the nasolabial folds. And some of these heat-based treatments are phenomenal, like initially, but if you're not working with the right practitioner, or if you've caused too much heat in the skin too quickly, it melts your fat pads.
That doesn't sound great.
And so once the fat pads are melted, then you're okay, we need to create more volume. So we're going to give you Sculptra, we're going to give you filler. And then you go through this vicious fucking cycle where it's like, can't we just find something that's going to create the volume, create the, you know, the youthful look that we want without those devices? Because
amen.
Yeah. So, and we found it.
Great. I'm here for it.
So we're here.
Give it to me.
This is what we're doing. Okay.
Here for it.
So we're going to talk about Adipeau. A little give. Okay, so Adipeau, there's these two products. These are only two products that they have. This is a biotech company. I love the scientist that has come up with this, but there's a strength gel. Oh, that's so interesting. They changed this one. So this used to say strength body gel.
Right.
Okay, maybe I had an old packaging.
Yeah.
And then the volume cream.
Packaging we're going to have to talk about because, like,
I like the packaging.
Well, it's
the
cool,
branding.
But, like, what the fuck does that?
Yeah.
That says Adipeau?
Yeah.
No one in the world other than you thinks that.
That's true.
But good.
Anyways, it's Adipeau. So let's talk about what it is. So Adipeau products have redefined skin rejuvenation by focusing on not on collagen alone, but on our adipose tissue regeneration. Adipose tissue is essentially the fat under the skin.
So wait. So Adipeau is like adipose, that we
adipose
have.
Tissue.
Oh.
We all have adipose tissue.
Oh, adipose tissue. So,
yeah.
Okay.
It's where they pull out stem cell technology.
Oh,
yeah.
There's so much.
There's certain stem cells and exosomes that that's where they can pull out. One of the tissues is the adipose tissue.
And we have adipose tissue throughout our body?
Yeah, it's the fat. So we have it in our stomach. We have it, you know, it's the living fat layer that supports youthful firmness and volume in the skin in particular. The science behind it is adipose formula. It activates the lipid metabolism and fibroblast activity within the hypodermis.
Okay, what the fuck does that mean?
So essentially your hypodermis is underneath your dermis. It's the deepest layer of the skin. It consists of adipose cells, connective tissue, our nerves, blood vessels, and fibroblasts is the cell. It's the cell in the connective tissue, which helps like that's what's responsible for producing elastin and collagen in the skin.
Okay, great.
Okay. So they have this
proprietary.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Say that again?
Proprietary.
Yeah. Proprietary. I'm an esthetician.
Subcutaneous.
Sometimes I really butcher words. It's just not my forte.
If you deliver
Proprietary. Yeah, it's called biogenesis complex. And
that rolls off.
I don't think that they actually found this, but they just took it and ran with it, basically.
Yeah. They did a nice job.
Biogenesis complex, what it does is it signals the body to rebuild the subcutaneous structure of the skin. So this is what I like about it. It's like improving the firmness from the bottom up. So it's not just about, we're going to just solely focus on the elastin and collagen in the skin.
Yeah.
You have to have like the scaffolding, which is your adipose fat, which is really what this line is all about.
Okay. And I feel like that signaling the body to do its job better is where things are at, whether, I don't know if that's our age, if that's just where, but that's all of the things that we're doing.
Think of it as like regenerative health. That's kind of where the focus is. In skincare in particular, like what is going to be nourishing, not going to fuck up our microbiome, right? So this approach bridges topical skincare and regenerative medicine. It's a whole thing. Regenerative health, regenerative medicine, regenerative skincare products. So it's not just plumping, but it's really retraining the skin to build the youthful architecture, basically, of the skin.
Amen.
And what I love about this is it's like fits perfectly with an at-home, take-home extension of what we can do in the treatment room, whether it's microneedling or microcurrent. So any kind of in-clinic regenerative procedure, pairs perfectly with that.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. So, how you use it is you can use this anywhere on the body, but you use like a thin coat. For me, my areas, arms, I do my neck, chest, I do my legs, like my knees. That's like a whole thing, right?
Yeah,
like your knees starting to like sag.
Yeah,
It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, totally.
Amazing for cellulite too. It can really just smooth out that tissue. Cellulite's a really hard thing, but this is working with your own fat. So it's just gonna they call it like skinny fat cells. So as we age with inflammation, essentially when you lose the fat, your fat pads become like bloated and then they can die off, and fat cells can never be regenerated. So what this does is it's pulling the lipids out of the fat pads to make everything more uniform, smooth, and to strengthen it. So that's why it's amazing for cellulite and on the body.
Amazing.
It's kind of like,
I want to see how you put it on though, because am I doing it right? Because you said you paint it on.
Okay, so this one you put on like a lotion. Okay, so this, just do a thin layer, and then what I've been telling my clients is use this particular product. It sinks into, which I love. That's why I love the Beauty Grass, the Sacred Naked oil. Is it's like a dry oil. It sinks into the skin really fast. Same with this product. Just leave it on for like a couple minutes. And it's in. Okay. And then the painting process, where's the other?
Oh, the other one? Right here. I have it on display.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's display that. Okay, so I like to tell my clients, use this product on your face and body for a month before you start using the volume. You can't fuck it up. So the strength gel, use for about 4 weeks.
So use this. Because let's talk about honestly how I would then.
You'll use this in about 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah. So I would use it on my, I'm just going to douse.
Totally.
Okay.
I'm dousing.
Okay, great.
Yep.
So face and body.
Yeah. And then after the 4 weeks.
The strength gel I'm going to use on the whole thing.
Yeah.
All the parts.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. The volume cream is slightly different. And what you want to do is you paint it on. Okay. So you paint it on the areas that we have lost volume. So typically that's your temples. Okay. I'm painting it on her temples, underneath the eyes. And you kind of want to, it's a little war painty. Oh, I do feel that. Yeah. And then, your nasal labial fold right in here.
Labial fold.
And then I like to do my jawline because I'm losing some volume. And then hundo, the neck.
You just call my neck hundo?
No, I mean, just like hundo, like 100%. Hundo got to do the neck. Okay, so we're gonna wait, and it'll sink in about like 6 to 12 minutes. We'll see where.
Oh, great!
We'll
so until then, I'll just sit here like this. That sounds great. Yeah,
We'll rub it in a minute. We'll see how much it sinks into the skin, and then the excess you just rub in like a moisturizer.
Okay. And put this first layer, because now I've got like a whole retinol body situation, but put
I
this
would
first.
say this strengthens the dermis like a retinol would do.
Okay.
So I would say using a retinol with Adipeau is probably redundant.
Okay, great. Got it. Just the Adipeau on all the parts.
So what I've noticed in my own skin is more even. Shauna, my business partner at Saving Faces, she said that like her pores are like super minimized. So I think it's like all the things.
Great.
It's all the things.
I'm here for all the things.
Yeah, and it's not expensive. Like I think this guy's like 75. This is 60 or vice versa. It's not nothing, but you know,
I'm here for it.
To have a biotech company that the ingredients that are super efficient. I mean,
right, 100%. Yeah,
and my
your skin looks great. Let's just be clear.
My nighttime routine. So I've been doing this. I've actually haven't been using any serums of late, which is shocking because I wanted to really give this a good test run.
And you like to really be thoughtful and do it to
see where I'm at.
One product at a time, which is really kind of the way to do it. And certainly not the way I do it, but it feels like it'd be the right thing to do. So let's just be clear, because I want to get this down. So you do it, this is the first layer in your skin, morning and night?
Yeah, you can do it twice a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've been doing, after you did the strength for a month, then you're doing the volume cream on your face after the strength cream? Or, like, I need specifics.
Yeah. Do the strength first, then do the volume.
Okay, just on your face.
On your face.
Okay.
You can do volume. You absolutely can do volume on the body.
I'm like, where on my body?
Yeah, I think I haven't used I did spill it the other day and slather it all over my stomach, but you know, I digress. So at nighttime, I just follow with I do a layer of the moonlit.
Okay, so this, you do the Adipeau, and then once it soaks in,
I rub it in and then I put moonlit on.
Okay.
And then during the day, right now, I'm just putting my sunscreen on. So all I have on right now is these two products and my sunscreen.
Wow. Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's good. It's working for me.
It sure is.
Yeah. There's also this is exciting to me just because we're talking about innovation. There's a company called Mark Los Angeles.
Wow. Hey, Mark LA, if you need some help with branding.
Yeah, for sure. 100% actually. Because we get cold sores. Okay. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've had a cold sore. I usually get them.
It has been a while since you've had a cold sore.
I know. For me, stress and then weather. I'm like so fucking sensitive, man. Like the wind blows and I'm like, cold sore. But he has developed a pretty groundbreaking cold sore treatment that essentially with a cold sore, whether you are unmedicated, right, it's going to last 7 days. Or if you're medicated, it's going to last 7 days.
Oh, really? That's just what it's going to do.
It's just the process of it. But this actually can stop it. Literally, it's gone in 3 days. So he uses a particular delivery system of flavonoids. He has developed this biogenesis to where it's going to go deep into the layers. So innovation, what I'm trying to say is innovation is really about the delivery system, right? Getting that ingredient to where it needs to go. That's why this is so phenomenal, in my opinion. But the lip stuff, if you are a cold sore sufferer, the Mark LA, it's like the first tingle of a cold sore and you put it on, it's probably not even going to come up.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. Because I think that's really the takeaway is like thinking about it. Everything that is innovative that you're really excited about right now that we're doing is about the delivery of it. Mm-hmm. So making sure that the delivery, like it can get there in the certain ways, like peptides. Everybody's talking about peptides for the skin, but it actually can't get there versus the injectable. Then it can really get into the system.
Yeah. And we talk about even some of our supplements or like NAD+, like there's all these, liposomal encapsulated delivery systems. Does it get broken down in the gut? Like, I'm not really sure. There's like a whole new skincare line that's their focus is on NAD+ because it's the big buzz of anti-aging right now. And I think that it's going to take years and years for a serious clinical study for it to be bioavailable, how it's going to get into the body.
It's a buzz ingredient, but how does it properly get delivered? And then I feel like delivery is the first thing of anything that we're doing right now. And then the second thing is everything that we're putting on our skin is about encouraging the body to
function at a higher capacity. That's all we can do, right? You're not going to, and that's why the peptides are so amazing is, our body has to be producing the peptide that we're injecting because you can't just throw some ingredient into the body and expect the body to know what to do with it, you know? So that's why we cycle on and off the peptides. There's certain peptides that kind of overlap each other. You know, you're on a million peptides. I'm sure there's like a bunch of overlap. So number one, you're wasting money. And number two, you don't want the body, you know, there can be this cross of, you know, creating too much growth hormone. You don't want to exhaust, the mechanics of the body. So, you know, that's why taking a break from them and then cycling on and off different ones is more optimal for the body. But speaking of delivery systems, another innovation, and if this is nothing new, is microneedling. But I think the way in which people were microneedling, like initially with a much longer millimeter depth, is like we're now understanding that we don't want to cause the trauma to the skin. So what we want to do is like the new era of controlled regeneration, right? Basically, you're causing a micro trauma to the skin for the fibroblast to get activated. So you cause this little micro injury, and that signals the skin to form more collagen and elastin, and it kind of like turns on that healing mechanism. Okay. So
again, it's something that's just encouraging the body to do its job better.
Yeah, exactly. So the new era of microneedling, it's evolved, you know, from just simple collagen induction into like a very strategic precision regenerative therapy. And we now understand that there's a correct technique using a sterile, you know, just a one and done cartridge or needle, like the little one. I use the ProCell at Saving Faces. It's really about the proper depth and control. So you want to work with a 0.25 millimeter to like a 2.5 millimeter, but you have to be careful because, you know, when you have a deeper needle, you can damage the collagen beds. The deeper needles should be maybe more on the body. My sweet spot of microneedling is the 0.25 to you're going to get the vascular, like everything kind of activated without injury. So you really want to just avoid over needling. You want controlled injury, like not a trauma. And this is to really preserve the integrity of the dermis and to really preserve the integrity of the dermal immune response, because that's what the body's doing. It's triggering that immune response.
Right. So you can't fuck around with this shit. Like you got to go to somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, it could really be damaging.
I've seen like clients have sent me videos of, you know, like even the PRP where they're like microneedling in your blood. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. And yeah, of course you have. But like pairing that type of modality, microneedling, with regenerative actives, ones that we love to use, the GHK-CU. So you can use that topically on the skin. We inject it. You like the Vibrancy Boost has the GHK in it. And then pairing that also with like exosomes, but not plant-based exosomes. You know, we're not plants. We don't photosynthesize. You know, plant exosomes can maybe calm the skin. They can have like a anti-inflammatory response a little bit, but not nearly what we're talking about with human adipose tissue types of, or the plated, which we love, the plated. Those exosomes are human derived, and they're in two totally different categories. One's like, you know, we might do a little antioxidant repair over here. And the other one is like, oh, we're like reorganizing your, you know, the matrix of your skin.
Okay.
And then also like the polynucleotides, the PDRN, like, Okay. So what those do is it really amplifies. So if you do the microneedling and you're using those types of actives, it's really about like major recovery for the skin and a major glow factor for the skin. Anytime I'm using those in the treatment room, they're phenomenal. So we've moved away from micro injury to micro signaling, micro channeling, people will also call it. But the goal is really not to wound, but to communicate with the skin's repair network, right?
Yeah, I'm picturing you with headsets, like the old school, like talking to the skin in all the various ways. But It really sounds like you can really fuck it up if somebody's not doing it right. It sounds like it's such like precise, really
you can cause a
understanding it.
lot of trauma to the skin. And when you're causing a lot of trauma, you can degrade the skin. You can, when I say damage, you can disrupt the microbiome. You can just disrupt the harmonious nature of our skin. Like, you know, you're damaging the fat pads. You're damaging all of these things that we need, you know, especially as we are peri-meno.
I mean, peri, I'm not claiming meno.
Yeah. So also talking about too, like the biosignal skincare, like that's what we're talking about. These are like biosignals, right?
Like
There.
that
Okay.
tracks.
So this is like biosignal skincare, like the peptide, the intelligence of peptides. You know, we're in this age of signal peptides and growth factors that act like intelligent messengers. They're not just moisturizers, right? They're like doing their fucking job. Yeah. This is like rebuilding the structure. They're retraining what the body is doing naturally. By the way,
I want to know.
You have one section where, and I didn't really time this. We should have timed it.
Yeah.
But you have one little section that hasn't been rubbed in. So let's wait another couple minutes.
So I still have the war paint on, but it's doing its thing.
Yeah.
It's going to all the places.
It's absorbing. So that's what's phenomenal, right? It's like doing its freaking job.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Some other ingredients too that I want to talk about, like formulas with Ectoin. Ectoin it's like an amino acid derivative, which is amazing. Like my clients that are like have a really disrupted microbiome, like they've either had like some type of laser or they've been washing their skin with like too harsh or using retinols or something that their skin is still trying to get acclimated to.
Note to self, throw out retinols.
I don't say throw. I can't really tolerate retinols.
I know. You have very sensitive skin.
I do. I mean,
no shock.
Yeah. But Ectoin is an amazing ingredient. I absolutely love it. It's not in a lot of products, but it's in the Inky list, which I've talked a million times about.
Yep,
I love. They make a phenomenal Ectoin serum, and I think it's under like $19 or something. It's so affordable, but it's a phenomenal product, and it will rebalance your microbiome. It kind of like harmonizes and just helps with the recovery. But it's a molecule that was originally discovered in microorganisms that live in like extreme high stress environments. So if you're in a desert, right, you're going to feel dry. So it helps you hold on to your moisture. Ectoin is amazing for hydration. It calms like any kind of irritation. It protects against environmental stressors. And it's amazing for like shielding the skin from pollutants and blue light. You know, so if you're sitting in front of your computer, or just exposed to a lot of blue light, go get yourself some Ectoin serum. What else? We'll talk about why I love the microcurrent therapy too. Like super innovative. Microcurrent's been around for a really long time, but they've kind of
different than microneedling.
Yes, microcurrent. So microcurrent therapy is like this gentle sub-sensory currents that stimulate your ATP and enhances circulation. So it re-educates the muscle. So it's like basically like a natural facelift. It's like cellular exercise, basically, if you will. So it rebuilds the vitality without, traumatizing the skin. And when you pair that with electroportation, it's like dermal electrostimulation.
What's electroportation?
It's basically like these electrical pulses that open up your microchannels. Okay. And what that does is it allows active ingredients to be penetrated more deeply and readily available into the dermis without needles or heat. So it's pretty phenomenal. It's basically, it's infusion, not injury, using, like a conductivity to deliver rejuvenation really where you need it most.
Because you do this, I feel like every facial.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. So it's just so effective. It's like, some people are like, I don't really see a difference after a facial. Like these types of facials, you're like, what in the hell?
For sure.
Yeah.
Totally. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
So the future isn't about, destruction. It's about communication, intelligent energy that works with the body, preserving our fat pads, optimizing our tone, supporting true like cellular harmony. That's what we're going for.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
Yeah. So in my opinion, like innovation in skincare is really not about like being more aggressive. It's just being about more thoughtful and more intelligent and using delivery systems that truly get ingredients where they need to be.
Sums it up. I mean, I feel like that's it. I feel like that's the innovation is exactly what you just said about, and then it's really about the delivery and then the thing, whatever it is, inspiring your body to work better.
And I think I want to like touch a little bit on like lasers and radio frequency and even like Softwave, because there's a lot of buzz going on about Softwave. And
what is Softwave?
It's very expensive, and I think you need like 3 treatments. Heat-based treatments like radio frequency, they can cause fat pad depletion and almost like structural distortion. A couple of my clients sent me an Instagram where like a young girl got radio frequency and like it can like deform your face. It's kind of crazy, but it works by delivering heat into the dermis and your subcutaneous tissue. But if the temperature penetrates like too deeply or stays elevated for too long, it can damage the subcutaneous fat. And once you destroy fat cells cannot regenerate, right? It's just like leading to the volume loss, particularly in like thinner areas, like where we want to put the Adipeau, like, you know, on your temples, under your eyes, your cheeks. And the result, like the skin looks like deflated and hollow and almost like gaunt looking. It's not what we're going for. No. Yeah. And around the jawline, it can create this like melted, like jowly situation, which is not good. But, you know, like devices that pose a higher risk are radio frequency, like thermage was big, and like people don't necessarily get, I haven't heard a lot of like thermage buzz lately, but that was a big one about, 10, 15 years ago. Morpheus 8, Softwave, they're safer when they're used correctly, but you have to really have like a skilled operator.
Well, I feel like part of the takeaway for me in this is like, I mean, luckily I have you, but like be really fucking careful where you're going. Cause like all of those shops that are like the chains that are popping up and things like that. And then where people go and get Morpheus 8, like all of those clinics, like it's not like that clinician is necessarily like had years and years of,
And it's also, it's the skill level of the clinician, and it's also like the caliber that make all the difference, like how strong their is. But, aggressive resurfacing lasers like CO2 and YAG lasers create a lot of heat, can really affect the fat pads. So just be wary.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I'm not doing laser anymore.
Yeah. I think of microneedling as like the new laser. It's basically creating a controlled trauma, if you will, without heat. So you're not compromising the integrity of the skin or integrity of the fat or all the things.
Anything else? We ready for
rapid?
Do it. Yes. All right. Favorite thing you ate this week?
I had some really delicious salmon at your birthday party.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty delicious.
Yeah. Next level. Okay. Thanks, David.
So good. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are opposite dressers. Thank you. Highest vibrational moment?
It's always so sad when I have to really think about it.
I think that you've had a few though. Like it might have been like they're dealing with problems or challenges or things, but like coming out of those, being like all of the moms are now contacting you as like, do I have, authorization to go and take my kid here or there? They're looking at you as kind of the authority because you kind of.
I think we can find high vibrational moments in the face of tragedy, right?
Totally.
Yeah. So dealing with, teenage angst and real teenage issues, and then being able to really have a thoughtful conversation with my daughter in particular about the ramifications of, the choices that we make, and that every day you wake up, it's never too late to make a good decision.
Nope. I think I have a poster that says that. There's always another chance.
It's always another chance.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to be, you know what? You have the opportunity right here and now to make those choices. Yep. So that's a high vibe moment for me.
For sure. Yeah.
Just like what my mom used to tell me.
Right. No, sorry. No, not at all. That was not what you got. A tip of the week.
Get Adipeau, man. You can come by Saving Faces and get it if you want. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
Great. I needed that tutorial. That was helpful.
Yeah.
All right. Till next time.
Stay lit.
Stay lit. If you enjoyed this high vibrational conversation, beauty wisdom, or just listening to two friends laughing their faces off, hit subscribe to get us on a bi-weekly basis. And be sure to share it with your skincare, wellness, and woo-woo obsessed besties. If you can, we're also super grateful for you hitting that little heart like button on each episode. It helps us grow. Peace out.